So today we'll continue with our rings work, and we gotta work on the preparatory drill for skin the cats exercise. In this drill today, we want to explore how to sustain the false grip, which is this connection of the flexed wrist, 90 degrees towards the forearm, which we want to maintain and kind of hang the body on that. Remember that we position the hand in such a way so that the knuckle of the base of the index finger and the bone here on the ulnar side of the wrist connect along the line, along the length of this line as the ring is positioned. Yeah. So it is on both hands like so. So first thing I want you to do is come to a hold on the rings and then simply come down, and here, sustaining the false grip, come till about here. Maybe hold a few seconds and release. That's it. So the tricky part for you will be the transition. From here, you will want to be transitioning into here. Yeah. The temptation would be, of course, to slide from here into this grip. Don't. Sustain the grip. Even if it's for like a second that you can do it, because it will be hard. It's a very unusual position to hold the whole body weight with. Yeah. Try to sustain it. Again, taking a look. So from here we go down slowly, and this is here the crucial moment of transition. Here we want to bring the elbows in front. Then release. When we transition from here to here, elbows must come forward and land in front of you, pretty much perpendicular to the body, whereas the hands remain in this position of the false grip, flexed forearms. And practice this for about, I don't know, until you can hold at least 5 seconds in this position with the flexed wrist and a false grip with your legs maybe in L-sit, or if your rings are positioned higher than mine, you can just let your legs hang. I have to flex mine into L-sit because otherwise I'll land on the ground. So let us look at the end result of this practice. So you come here, down, transition, and hang. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. If you can do that, 3 sets maybe of holding for 5 seconds, coming from the negative grip, then holding. It's good start. Practice this for a few days until you develop strength sufficient so you can hold yourself there without allowing your arms to slide into an ordinary grip. Note on the shoulders. Shoulders must stay sunk, dropped, not raised here. So when you're holding yourself, you shouldn't be holding yourself there. It should be dropped. Yeah. Just like in a Wuji, remember? Standing in Wuji, neutral stance, you want shoulder to be neutral, not dropped forward, not extended backward, not shrugged, released, neutral in the center, just hanging, quite at ease, sort of in the middle. Yeah. And this is a kind of position we want to maintain throughout all of our strength drills or stretching drills, or developing the elasticated connection throughout the arms, which we are seeking to develop anyway for changing the tendons principle. Sinew changing classic. Just to deviate a little bit from the main theme, these kind of exercises like strength development, rings work, I'm not going to do anything in terms of sinew changing. However, they will help you to develop the basic strength which is necessary then to work through the sinew changing. I don't believe it's really tenable to try and jump into a high-level practice like sinew changing without having laid the foundation of basic, ordinary muscle coordination type of strengths in the physical body, because sinew change in the process which enables energy, chi, to fill the body and change it from the inside, which is ultimately amounts to opening the channels. This type of work not gonna open your channels, but it helps you to develop strengths which you then can use for the more advanced work. I believe this is a more congruent way than straight away jumping into advanced work and really getting plateaued in there. So anyway, our next step for this drill with skin the cats is after you get familiar with holding yourself for about 5 seconds. What we're gonna do is you drop here, come here, and here we're gonna topple over. Drop down, and only here we allow the hands to slide into an ordinary grip. So that's actually a negative phase of the skin the cats exercise. We will review it again at a later stage. Take a look again. So going down, negative phase, extending forward, toppling over, holding the grip, releasing the grip, landing the legs. This here is really going to test your shoulders, flexibility and strength. So I do strongly recommend before that work a lot with the shoulder mobility drills, with hanging, with pull-ups, with opening the joints out through the elastic band exercises, etc. You want enough mobility in the shoulders so that basically you don't cause yourself injury whilst holding your entire body weight only on the arms. It's gonna be challenging, yeah. However, if you progressively approach it, developing strength and flexibility along the way, it shouldn't be a problem. So, once again, in this phase, actually I'll layer on the next one. Basically, we're going to be returning. After having toppled over backward, we're going to return to the front. So take a look at how this is done. Drop, hang, maintain false grip, topple over, hang, and return. So that's pretty much full skin the cats in a reverse order, because we drop in, then toppling there, toppling back. Only the first part of it, of course, develops the strength necessary for false grip and necessary for then progressing into a muscle up. But the full beat is really good, very useful exercises for working the entirety of the shoulder girdle. Let's look again. And back. Here, if you wish, you can pull up. Once again, shoulder positioning. As you are pulling up, you're not ending up here. You pull up and you're here, your shoulders dropped. Not elevation in the shoulders, depression in the shoulders. What we are seeking to develop here is smooth control and full range of motion, particularly at the stage where you hang in there, yeah? Here you want as much as possible to release stiffness in the shoulders. So a tendency will be for the muscles to kind of grip here and to protect itself, especially squeeze around the neck, around the shoulders. Instead, try to release. Try to let it hang as much as possible within the range that you can allow. So the challenge is not to accumulate more tension in this challenging position, but instead try to release and stretch through the tension. So you got to be listening to the body quite attentively so that you not tear muscles and ligaments while holding yourself in this position. Again, it should be within the frame of reasonable. Take a look again. So here I release, stretch, and then sustain the stretch, cooling up. So, next stage for this exercise and the final stage would be not just hang here with the false grip, but try to extend the arm fully and still sustain the false grip. Let us take a look at how this is going to be. So full extension, see, grip sustained, and then skin the cats. Then I release the grip. Reverse. Pull up. You will discover pretty quick that just this little sequence, going down, hold in, backward, forward, is gonna work your tissues pretty well. Because you're continuously maintaining grip, it will just, in this very rudimentary, mechanical, unsubtle way, help to develop connectivity through the body that we will later on need for muscle changing work, tendon changing work. It is not easy to develop this connectivity if you don't have the foundations of this gross mechanical connectivity, which is developed basically through strength training. It's kind of do it first gross, like take a chunk of your body and develop its capacity to just push, pull, topple over, turn around, manipulate under the weight. Then you refine it. When the initial strength is there is something to refine. When it's not, it's going to be tricky. You would have to be working through developing connectivity and without necessarily knowing whether you are doing something substantial or not. However, when you have built the strengths prior, then there is pretty tangible feedback of whether you are actually connecting the body when you say do the stretches and Qigong exercises that are aimed to develop this internal connection or not. So, of course, these exercises are pretty challenging and you have to work with your own range, your own capacity, taking into account your age, the previous injuries which you might have sustained, and moderating this exercise to your own needs. Because I'm not there, I cannot tailor it specifically for you. So that's up to you to gauge for yourself how much of a range of motion or load you can afford. For developing false grip, perhaps just holding it here, then dropping and extending the legs for 5 seconds is good. And it will already lay the foundation for that connectivity under the load of body weight which I'm talking about, which you then can use for Qigong. However, if you're young and fit and whatever and have no injuries prior, do work with the entire range of motion. That will definitely benefit you down the line. So let's look once more at the full sequence. Particularly add this final pull-up like a cherry on top of a cake. It will test very well again your connectivity. Especially here on the pull-up, you'd have to drop your shoulders in order to connect your arms to your body so that you can pull yourself up. Because if you don't and try to pull yourself up just with the strength of the arms, you won't be able to. You need to drop the shoulders, which then connects all the soft tissue together. So you're using the back muscles, big muscle groups to perform this pull. Work with that, play with that, and don't forget to stretch after, mobilize the joints. This type of work is not to be done on a very often basis. It can be done, I don't know, once in 2 weeks or even once a month. For me, it's a maintenance type work. I can do it once in a couple of months to just keep it going, because the stress it creates on the muscles is quite high. At the same time, when you're young and have lots of energy, by all means develop it, do it a lot. When I was at this stage, I trained every day. Body recovers quicker when you're younger. When you're older, take it slow. Do it just every so often. Anyhow, keep on practicing and we'll develop further from here. Thank you.